A forest once saved a nation's economy, not in a fairy tale, in real life. While banks failed and leaders scrambled for solutions, the answer stood silently on the hillsides, breathing, rooted, alive. It was not a factory, not a policy, not a bailout. It was the forest, a vast green machine that purified water, regulated the climate, attracted tourism, stabilized communities. And yet, no one mentioned it in economic reports. No politician gave it credit. No GDP graph reflected its value. This is the story of economies we don't see. The ones powered by nature. The ones that truly keep the world running, even when we forget to look. Let's take a step back. Let's ask, what is an economy? Most people think of money, markets, jobs, stocks. But the word economy comes from the Greek oikonomia, which means household management. And Earth, she's the greatest household manager of all. Let's look at a forest. It's not just a place with trees. It's an incredibly efficient, decentralized, self-regulating economy. A rainforest creates rain. Its trees produce oxygen. Its animals spread seeds. Its fungi connect roots across miles. Underground, mycorrhizal fungi form what scientists call the Wood Wide Web, a literal internet of nutrient sharing. Trees even warn each other of pests. And slow-growing species are often supported by faster-growing neighbors. Now zoom out. Wetlands absorb floods. Mangroves block hurricanes. Bees pollinate our food. Coral reefs support over a quarter of marine life and millions of coastal jobs. And yet, we treat these things like side effects, like decoration, like optional features of a planet. But here's a number that might shock you. In 1997, researchers estimated that the economic value of ecosystem services, things like clean air, pollination, water filtration, was over $33 trillion per year. At the time, the global GDP was about $18 trillion. Nature was contributing nearly twice as much value, without anyone noticing. Think about it. When a tree is cut down and sold, we count that. GDP goes up. But when a forest stays standing, absorbs CO2, prevents landslides, feeds wildlife, regulates rainfall, that counts for nothing. We've created an economy that rewards destruction, but ignores preservation. Let's talk about places that did see the invisible economy. Costa Rica. In the 1990s, the country faced intense deforestation. Their forests were vanishing, and so were their options. Then something radical happened. The government launched a system called Payments for Ecosystem Services, or PS. Landowners were paid not to destroy, but to preserve. It wasn't charity. It was economics. In return, the country saw more tourism, cleaner water, a boom in biodiversity, and a recovery of forest cover from 21% to over 50%. They didn't just save trees. They grew their economy the right way. Now let's jump to India. In 1999, a massive cyclone hit the state of Odisha. The devastation was widespread, except in one region. There, mangrove forests still lined the coast. They absorbed the impact, protected the land, and saved lives. Researchers found that areas with mangroves experienced significantly less destruction. The cost of maintaining those forests? Pennies compared to the billions lost elsewhere. Or take New York City. In the 1990s, the city faced a $10 billion problem: how to clean its drinking water. Instead of building a new treatment plant, they invested just a fraction of that amount to protect the Catskill watershed, the source of the water. Nature cleaned the water for free. We call these ecosystem services, but they're more than services. They're the foundation. They are the operating system of life. So what can we learn? Lesson 1. We need new definitions of wealth. GDP measures activity, but not sustainability. It tells us how fast we're going, not where we're headed. What if we measured resilience, clean air, mental health, food security, stable ecosystems? That's real wealth. Lesson 2. Mimic nature's design. In natural systems, nothing is wasted. Dead leaves become soil. Carbon feeds the trees. Water cycles endlessly. The concept of a circular economy is not new. It's how nature has always worked. Can human systems do the same? Imagine cities that compost everything, factories that run on the sun, products designed to return to the earth. This is not fiction. It's biomimicry, and it's already happening. Lesson 3. Listen to the wisdom of those who lived closest to nature. Indigenous communities have understood for centuries that land is not a resource. It's a relative. They manage ecosystems with respect, not extraction. In the Amazon, tribal management outperforms government zones in preserving biodiversity. In Africa, principles like Ubuntu remind us, I am because we are. Ecology is economy. Interdependence is strength. So let's return to the question. What is an economy? Is it just money? Or is it life? Is it growth at any cost? Or is it balance? The forest that saved a nation was never part of the stock market, never made a headline, never asked for recognition, but it was working. Every second, every breath, every drop of rain. If we want to build a future, we have to see the invisible, protect the essential, and rethink what we value. In our next video, we'll meet the philosophers and thinkers who saw this truth long ago. From ancient Athens to modern revolutionaries, they asked us to slow down, to think deeper, to see nature not as a backdrop, but as the stage itself. Join me. Let's think wider. PlanetariHub. See the world again.